Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. The moment of truth has arrived. After months of anticipation, the visa records of Prince Harry have finally been unveiled. A hush falls over the crowd. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air. But what secrets do these documents hold? Prepare to be underwhelmed. The documents, released under the weight of a court order, paint a less than thrilling picture. Page after page reveals heavily redacted text, hiding the juicy details the public so desperately craved. Names, dates, and key pieces of information have been meticulously concealed, leaving more questions than answers. The promised bombshells? Nowhere to be found. The air, thick with anticipation only moments ago, is now heavy with disappointment. The grand unveiling, the culmination of a tireless campaign by conservative groups, has fallen flat. The salacious details, the smoking gun they promised, have proven as elusive as ever. Instead of shocking revelations, the public is left with a sense of anticlimax. The mountain of speculation has given birth to a molehill of information, leaving many to wonder, was it all worth it? The answer, it seems, is a resounding no. At the heart of this crusade lies the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank with a bone to pick with the Duke of Sussex. This organisation, known for its staunch conservative values, has made it their mission to scrutinise every aspect of Prince Harry's life. For 2 long years they've relentlessly pursued Harry's visa records, convinced they held the key to exposing some hidden truth. Their efforts have been exhaustive, involving countless hours of document reviews and legal consultations. Their justification? Harry's admission of past drug use, a detail he's never shied away from. In his memoir and various interviews, Harry has openly discussed his struggles and the lessons he's learned from them. The Foundation's stance, however, appears shaky at best. Critics argue that their pursuit is less about justice and more about a political agenda. They argue that Harry's past indiscretions should have disqualified him from obtaining a visa. According to them, his admissions should have been a red flag for US immigration authorities. Yet, they conveniently overlook the fact that US immigration law allows for discretion in such cases. Immigration officers have the authority to consider the totality of an applicant's circumstances, including their public admissions and personal growth. Furthermore, Harry has never made a secret of his past, openly discussing his experiences as part of his personal journey. His transparency has been a cornerstone of his public persona, making the Foundation's argument seem even more tenuous. In the end, the question remains, is this truly about upholding the law, or is it a calculated move in a larger political game? Section 4. The media circus rolls on. Unsurprisingly, the media, ever hungry for a sensational story, latched onto the Heritage Foundation's campaign with gusto. Headlines screamed of impending doom for the Duke of Sussex, predicting his imminent expulsion from the United States. Pundits and commentators gleefully speculated on the potential fallout, painting a picture of chaos and disgrace. The reality, however, has proven far less dramatic. The release of the redacted documents has done little to quell the media's insatiable appetite, but it has exposed the hollowness of their earlier pronouncements. The promised earthquake has turned out to be a minor tremor, leaving many observers questioning the media's role in fueling this unnecessary saga. Section 5. A judge's gavel of reason. Amidst the media frenzy and political posturing, a voice of reason emerged. The courthouse was surrounded by a sea of reporters, cameras flashing and microphones thrust forward, each outlet vying for the latest scoop. The atmosphere was charged, almost electric, as the public waited with bated breath for the outcome of this high-profile case. The judge presiding over the case, a Trump-era appointee no less, dismissed the Heritage Foundation's claims with a swiftness that spoke volumes. His decision was not just a legal ruling, but a statement against the misuse of the judicial system for personal vendettas. The courtroom fell silent as he delivered his verdict, the weight of his words hanging in the air. In no uncertain terms, he declared the Foundation's arguments without merit, their pursuit of Harry's records nothing more than a thinly veiled attempt to publicly humiliate the Duke. His voice was firm, unwavering, as he dismantled their case piece by piece, exposing the underlying motives that had driven this legal charade. The judge's ruling serves as a much-needed reality check. It underscores the importance of integrity within the legal system, reminding us that justice should not be swayed by public opinion or political agendas. The sound of the gavel hitting the sound block was a definitive end to this chapter, a clear signal that such tactics would not be tolerated. It lays bare the absurdity of the situation, highlighting the lengths to which some will go to target Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle. Public reactions were mixed, with some expressing relief and others outrage. But the ruling left no doubt about the judge's stance on the matter. The message is clear. This was never about upholding immigration law, but rather about persecuting two individuals who dared to challenge the status quo. The judge's decision not only protected Harry and Meghan, but also set a precedent for future cases, emphasizing that the courts should not be used as tools for personal attacks. This ruling will be remembered as a pivotal moment, a stand for fairness and justice in the face of relentless scrutiny and bias. Section 6. The Relentless Onslaught. The pursuit of Harry's visa records is but one battle in a much larger war being waged against the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This relentless scrutiny is not just about their immigration status, it's a symbol of the broader, unending invasion of their privacy and personal lives. Since stepping back from their roles as senior royals, Harry and Meghan have faced an unrelenting barrage of criticism and scrutiny. The media frenzy has only intensified, with every aspect of their lives being put under a microscope. From their parenting choices to their professional endeavours, nothing is off limits. Their every move is dissected, their every word twisted, their very existence deemed an affront to some. The couple's attempts to carve out a new life for themselves have been met with relentless opposition and judgment. The reasons for this animosity are varied and complex. For some, it's a matter of tradition and loyalty to the monarchy. They see Harry and Meghan's departure as a betrayal, a rejection of centuries-old customs and responsibilities. Some disapprove of their decision to step away from royal life, seeing it as a betrayal of tradition and duty. They believe that the couple has turned their backs on their heritage and obligations. Others harbour more insidious prejudices, their disdain fueled by racism, sexism, or a deep-seated aversion to anything that challenges the established order. The couple's mixed-race marriage and Meghan's outspoken nature have made them targets for those who resist change and diversity. Despite the relentless onslaught, Harry and Meghan continue to push forward, determined to create a life of purpose and meaning. Their resilience in the face of such adversity is a testament to their strength and commitment to each other and their causes. Section 7. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. The Heritage Foundation's failed crusade raises a crucial question. Will anyone be held accountable for this blatant attempt to smear the Duke of Sussex? Or will they, along with their media allies, simply shrug off this defeat and move on to their next target? One can only hope that this episode serves as a wake-up call. The relentless attacks on Harry and Meghan, often based on flimsy pretexts and fueled by a toxic mix of envy and prejudice, must stop. The time has come to see these attacks for what they are: baseless and cruel attempts to destroy two people who dare to live life on their own terms. My heart will go on while slowly zooming in on the blacked-out pages. To those who were so certain this would be Harry's downfall, who screamed from the rooftops about his impending deportation. How does it feel to be this embarrassingly wrong? Again.